to take our gifts and to contribute to the forward motion of our people. And so Eldredge we've been friends and comrades and working together for years. And he has seen and been a part of a lot of organizing efforts around some of the cases, some of the lives that have been taken by the state unjustly. And for this brother to create what you all are about to witness, I just wanted to, again, acknowledge that he has done exactly what we want everybody to do, is take whatever gifts you have and figure out how you can serve the people. And so we appreciate you serving the people in this way and connecting with Anitra and the family. Where's Anitra at? Oh, okay. She not going, yeah. That's okay. I know this is when y'all watch it, you'll understand why she's not in the room every time. I'll probably step out as well. But I just wanted to acknowledge the work that we have to do, young men, young women. Whatever problem we have as a people, we're the solution. You are the solution. And you got to see yourself in that way. And this is part of our solution. So thank you, brother. Love you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Mauler. I always give Mauler credit. This brother brought me into the movement. I'm from Monroe, Georgia. I came to Atlanta with 250 business cards and a domain name that didn't work. And one day I met a brother in a bow tie, and he opened my eyes and pointed me to the rabbit hole of black consciousness, and I never crawled out. So I thank this brother. Can y'all give it up for Mauler for all the work that he does for young brothers? And to the mothers, I just want to let y'all know this is great ground to plant your sons. This is great ground. I turned 35 on Sunday. I've been with these brothers since I was 21. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm not going to be long. I'm going to start this. I just want to give a big shout out to the entire Hollman family. One of the most courageous fighting families I have ever seen. Can we give it up for them? Can we give it up for them? You got to realize when something as big as the Atlanta police force empire literally tries to crush you, they didn't lay down. They stood up and they still standing. So this right here, I'm just a vessel that they allow me to do it, but this is a visual of their work, their commitment, their dedication, but lastly, a call to action for you all to get involved and join this fight for this family. Because Deacon Johnny Hollman is all of our fathers, all of our grandfathers, our brothers, our sons. All of us have gotten to a fender bender and legally called the police because this is what you're supposed to do. But we got to go home. And this man didn't. So that's what this is. We're going to show it. It's a very quick film. Thank y'all so much. After it's over, I need everybody to go to whataboutthedeacon.com. You can go now if you want to and sign the petition, whataboutthedeacon.com, and we'll give you out some cards as well to spread the word about this film.
The right to walk in our neighborhood and get a midnight snack. The right to a routine traffic stop without the fear of losing your life. The right to walk home safely from a convenience store. The right to safety in one's own home. The right to make a mistake while driving from work. The right to play in the park. Over the years, the list of those...
What's the by the book thing? Can I say, hell no, I'm not going to sign it? Or by law, do I have to sign it?
So the new law, because of this case, for the city of Atlanta, I want to be very clear. So if you're at somewhere else right now, currently across Georgia, there is a requirement for you to sign it. Be clear that by signing it, you are not admitting guilt, all right? You're just saying, I will show up to this court date. That's all that means, all right? So I just want y'all to be clear. But now, because of the Deacon Hollman's case, they have changed the law. Hold on one second, brother. They've changed it in city of Atlanta so that you can refuse to sign, and then they just write in refusal. If you watch the whole thing, he never refused. He just wanted to get a sergeant out. And so that's very different. And so they framed it from the beginning all the way until they changed it to, It was a refusal. It was never a refusal. He never said, I'm not going to sign a ticket. That never happened. He just said, can you send, I need to get your sergeant out here, because he wanted to refute it. And under their protocols, he was supposed to get the sergeant out. That's why he was terminated. He wasn't even terminated for what he did to Deacon Hollman. He was terminated for not abiding by the protocol of bringing a sergeant out. So I just want y'all to be clear about why, he had this adverse employment come against him just for that piece. No commentary at all on his behavior that night. He is unemployed, but not arrested, not indicted. But he is not employed. I don't know where he is now, or whether he could, and that's a great question. The way this works is we've called it gypsy policing, where you get in trouble at one spot, you leave, there's nothing in your on your post record that prevents you from being able to work as a police officer somewhere else, and they just go to another place and start working. We had that many years ago in the there's so many cases where Rayshard Brooks, they got reinstated completely. In Messiah Young and Tanaya Pilgrim, they got completely reinstated. Even in the case Miguel Dominguez, one of our board members, was handling, when this state patrol officer shot this young lady in the face with a rubber bullet, he's reinstated, and then he's a part of one of the officers who shoots during the Stop Cop City and kills the protester. And it's the same officer who has shot this young lady in the face. Yeah. So Ariston Waiters, you remember that, Roz. Ariston Waiters was in Union City. The cop was in Union City. All kind of heat. They end up resolving the case civilly. He's not criminally prosecuted, the cop. And then he goes to Savannah. And the only thing that jammed him up was that he lied. It wasn't that he had been involved in a fatality. It's just that he lied about it. And that's what messed that officer up from getting a job in Savannah. So
of course I've watched the documentary. I watched the body cam. It's not easy. It's never easy watching your loved ones, transition or pass away. And I say that because it's a difference. I feel different. If he had passed away because he was sick, or transition because he had some type of, terminal illness, I'm not saying I wouldn't be heartbroken, because that's still my daddy. And that was my best friend. But for me to be on the phone, and I say it all the time, those 17 minutes and 46 seconds changed my life on August the 10th. I'll never, ever be the same. It's not one day, 1 minute, 1 second, not an hour that I don't think about him. And I want his story to be told. I want everybody in the world to know what happened to him. He wasn't the man that they tried to say our father was. The narrative that they put out about our father, it wasn't true. And I can't let that go unnoticed. I can't let it go. I got to continue to fight. So that's what me and my family's been doing. We've been fighting. We've been fighting every day since August the 10th of 2023. My father was the matriarch of our family. Well, the patriarch of our family. But it wasn't just that. He was our best friend. It wasn't nothing that we could not tell this man. It wasn't nothing that this man could not do. In our eyes, our father could do anything. And when you have that growing up your entire life, and for somebody to take their life over a traffic ticket, I say this, a traffic ticket, traffic violation, minor car accident, that should not cause your death. We call the police And we thinking that they coming to protect and serve us. My father stood out there for 2 hours. 2 hours. He was literally like not even a block, maybe some inches of front away from his door. He could have just went in the house. He could have left his vehicle where it was and went in the house. He would have been fine. But no, he stood there because he had did no wrong. And again, like he said, he didn't dispute and say like, oh, I don't want to sign the ticket. He wasn't refusing. He just wanted to know. And again, a lot of times we have elderly in our community, they just don't know. And if you explain it to them and tell them like this is what's going on, he would have had a better understanding. He just wanted to understand. He even asked, can you get your supervisor out here? He just wanted somebody to explain to him what was going on. Because just like all of us, if we get stopped and we feel like we wasn't at fault, we not going to say, oh, yeah, I did that. No, I didn't do that. That wasn't my fault. But again, had he explained that to him, we wouldn't be going through this now. So we got to be in a position where we look out for our own, but also we got to look out for the elderly. We got to show some compassion. We got to show some love. We got to make sure that they're being taken care of the right way. And I look at that because this officer was 23 years old. I have a 23-year-old. My father's oldest grandchild was 32 years old. We've never let them disrespect our father. Never. And we came up around some rough parts. We from the west side of Atlanta. So even growing up, nobody was not about to disrespect our daddy. I don't care who they was. And I feel this hurt and this pain, but I ask and I continue to ask y'all to support us and rally around us. Share the documentary. You can go on whataboutthedeacon.com. You can share it with others. They can sign a petition. We got to let them know, that we mean business. We're going to take care of each other. As long as they know we mean business, they're going to continue. Well, they're going to try to continue to do these things, but we got to let them know that we ain't going to continue to stand for it. We going to stand together. My dad always had this saying, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And, he would always say, baby, my good days, sometimes, or my bad days could be good days compared to somebody else. He said, because you just never know what somebody else is going through. But had this officer just took the time to just had listened, we wouldn't be here. And there's so many people out there are struggling with these type of things. I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everything y'all do and how y'all rally around us and support us. But continue to spread the message. Continue to tell his story, because a lot of people still don't know what happened to Deacon Johnny Hollman Sr. And we got to continue to get that out there. Thank y'all.
This in my class at Clark Atlanta University, a couple of my students said they wanted to bring it to their church. So they're reaching out. We believe that this needs to be experienced communally, right? Because that's the power of being able to come and do this in community versus you watching it by yourself kind of in isolation. So one of our young people, he wasn't really up for being able to watch it, so we slid out, because this is traumatic. So we have to be mindful of those things as well. And the last piece is we have to understand the power of culture, right? Like anywhere in any other dynamic, that 23-year-old would have treated that 60-something-year-old like an elder, right? Would have called him Unc, would have said, maybe a little disrespectful, big homie, but an OG or Unc, right? That would have been the communication. But once he put the uniform on and stepped into our community, he let that alien culture supplant our culture of respect that goes generation after generation. But in that context, it was different because he had put that uniform on and had divorced himself of being in community with us. And so that's why part of the conversation that if I have cousins, loved ones who are on law enforcement, I'm trying to make sure, hey, keep in mind, you with us, right? And so, and I think January 6th showed that as well, that, folks it's really, if we're gonna be 100, it's really them against everybody. That's the mindset they come with. Everybody. And that's what we get ready to see on January 20th going forward. So I just wanted to share those cultural things that we need to lift up as well.
Repeat after me. I am a link in this chain.
I am a link in this chain.
And it won't break here.
And it won't break here.
I am a link in this chain.
I am a link in this chain.
And it won't break here.
And it won't break here.
We are links in this chain.
We are links in this chain.
And we won't break here.
And we won't break here.
Ashe.